Welcome to the Bravura Security demo series featuring Bravura Safe. This video will demonstrate the use of an enterprise team policy allowing users to bypass Bravura Safe's two-step login when they are logging in using single sign-on. When your company requires or allows users to log in using single sign-on, your identity provider typically requires multi-factor authentication to confirm their identity. By default, if the user has any Bravura Safe personal two-step login methods enabled, such as an authenticator app or email verification, the latter being enabled by default when their account is created, they will also be subject to that highest priority active method. Without a bypass policy enabled, a user logging in via SSO will be subject to 2 rounds of multi-factor authentication. This can be cumbersome and time-consuming. Let's take a look at the default steps required for a user logging into the Bravura Safe web interface using single sign-on without the bypass policy enabled. The user first enters their Bravura Safe account email address, selects Enterprise Single Sign-On, and enters the Team SSO identifier. Next, they are redirected to your identity provider's multi-factor authentication to confirm their identity. Once that is complete, they must enter their Bravura Safe master password to locally decrypt and unlock their safe. This is an integral component of Bravura Safe's zero-knowledge architecture, and the only password users need to remember. Finally, without a bypass policy enabled, the user must also complete the Bravura Safe two-step login authentication. In this example, the user must get a verification code from their authenticator app and enter the code to proceed. This last step, while extra secure, can be cumbersome if your IDP already uses multi-factor authentication. The user is now logged into Bravura Safe. To save users time, administrators can set a policy that allows users to skip the Bravura Safe personal two-step login authentication if they are logging in via SSO. Note that enterprise-level two-step login enforcement, using, for example, Bravura OneAuth, is typically not enabled if SSO is being used. For the same reason, your identity provider typically already requires multi-factor authentication. The policy covered here applies only to any active Bravura Safe individual member two-step login methods. Before enabling this policy, it is very important to ensure that your SSO identity provider does in fact enforce multi-factor authentication. An administrator can set this bypass policy via Teams. By selecting the Enterprise team, yours will have a different name, clicking the Settings tab, selecting Policies from the menu, clicking the Bypass Personal Two-Step Login when using SSO policy, selecting the Turn On checkbox, and then clicking Save. Now when a user logs in using SSO, there is one less authentication step. They enter their account email address, select Enterprise Single Sign-On, enter the Team SSO identifier, and they are redirected to your IDP to confirm their identity. If they are using a remembered device, this step may also be streamlined. Lastly, they enter their master password to locally decrypt and unlock their safe. This saves the user time logging in, yet still provides secure access to their uniquely encrypted login items and secrets. This concludes our demonstration of the bypass personal two-step login when using SSO policy using Bravura Safe. Thanks for watching. Bravura Security offers a range of demonstration and training options. Click the links in the description below to watch more demo videos or to register for training. Visit our website to learn more.